Om Shanti. Good morning, good morning. First and foremost, let us collectively call upon Baba with deep love and reverence. After we have invoked Baba's presence, we shall listen to his divine teachings. Everyone, with immense affection, call Baba and in his presence, articulate the special purpose of your life and the sacred Brahmin life. We will take a moment to reflect and then invite Baba into this gathering with those heartfelt emotions. Om Shanti. Today, we are celebrating a unique Holi, and I extend my heartfelt wishes for a joyous Holi to everyone. Nevertheless, it is crucial to understand that our celebration of Holi is unlike the conventional worldly celebrations. If we must become like Prahlad. Prahlad was considered God's first and foremost child. When God descended to the earthly realm, he undertook the divine mission, selected the souls with the intention of fulfilling my divine purpose, and in that pursuit, those who stand with God in this sacred endeavor. Among the select souls chosen to assist God in his divine mission, I, as a soul, am indeed one, Prahlad, who is devoted solely to one God and no other, for whom no earthly relationships take precedence over the bond with God. Yes. What are the things that push you into the fire? What propels you towards the purifying flames, drawing you ever closer to the fire, is akin to the curse of Hiranyakashipu, especially when the essence of my devotion or the divine nature that resides within me becomes the focal point of my thoughts and actions. He becomes like a father figure to me, leading me as my guide. My thoughts remain my own, but he takes on the role of my master. So, similar to Hidna, when desires start to surface, it is like a mirage that entices us to look here and there, leading us to become captivated by ego and illusion. When desires such as lust, anger, greed, and attachments begin to intensify, when all these elements start to pool together, our desires begin to grow and multiply. As our desires increase, the profound emotions and feelings I hold for God also start to change and evolve. As a child of God, I begin to lose sight of the duties that are integral to this sacred bond. Then, what kind of fire burns us? What is in the past is already gone, and we must not keep revisiting it. We often find ourselves stuck in past relationships, memories, mistakes, and events, constantly dwelling on what has already happened. However, they keep themselves stuck in that past, continuously burning in it. Most people are troubled because they are constantly thinking, I did this, I did that, and I am unable to do this. Things that happened in the past. Thinking about those past events keeps the fire burning. If we take all our past mistakes and outdated habits and incinerate them in the fire of yoga, allowing this spiritual blaze to cleanse and renew us, when we keep God in our hearts and remember Him, no matter what happens, He will always protect us. Then the following day is filled with joy and happiness, as it is the day of celebration and the day of Holi. In this process, when I devote myself entirely to God and use the fire of yoga to eliminate my past misdeeds and old ways, the celebration of Holi arrives, bringing joy. Then it becomes easy to harmonize with everyone's sanskars, and I see everyone in the same divine color. So I apply the color of my company to everyone and make them like you. Then it becomes much easier to dance. Because everyone becomes the same, they enter a spiritual state. Sisters are not recognized as sisters, brothers are not recognized as brothers. Everyone is colored with the same holy color, the color of God. So in this way, our memories are divine and sacred. Warm greetings and heartfelt wishes for the joyous occasion of Holi. We also eat sweets. Special sweets called gujia are made. It's better to release the memories of the past, like the gujia, and let them go. Then the present will feel very sweet. Living in the present will feel sweet, meaning you will enjoy living in the moment. On this auspicious occasion, today is March 13th, 2025. God's divine message to sweet children is that the foundation of your position is your education. Sweet children, the foundation of a position is study. Those who are old devotees will study well and attain a good position. Long-time devotees will achieve a high status and excel in their studies. Therefore, Baba emphasizes that, dear children, your position is built upon your education. Therefore, always keep your position clear in your mind and constantly visualize your goal right in front of you. Their studies will become easier. They will study well and achieve a good position. The question is, what are the signs of those who remain in remembrance? Tell me, when you all remain in remembrance of the Father, what are the signs of this? What remains? When you have good remembrance, the whole day is spent in it. So, what symptoms do you notice in yourself? Please share each of your characteristics. Those who remember the Father share the signs of such individuals. There is a strong desire to keep doing more, to continuously engage in activities. There is a sense of ease and enjoyment in performing tasks, whether they are for others or for oneself. Such individuals remain carefree and light-hearted. All right, listen. Those who stay in remembrance will gradually develop good virtues. Good qualities will keep coming. They will become purer. Royalty will grow. We will live together like sweet Shrikant. not looking at others. We will focus on ourselves. It stays in their intellect that what they do, they will achieve. It stays in their intellect that those who act will achieve their goals. Those who remain in constant remembrance will develop good qualities and they will continually improve themselves without being distracted by external things. Secondly, purity is of utmost importance, especially in the form of physical celibacy. In our way of living, eating, speaking, seeing, and interacting with others. Sometimes we come across examples where people practice very good yoga, wake up early in the morning, follow all the rules diligently, but when you talk to them, you get a bitter feeling. Please say something. When we engage with them in this particular way, there is a certain sense of detachment that we feel. That should not happen. As the power of yoga increases and our remembrance grows, we remember Baba. Baba's virtues come into us. Baba is the ocean of love. We will look at ourselves, not others. We often talk about others and their issues. Sometimes there is someone in the family whose thoughts and actions may not be ideal, but we should take their entire background into account. As we engage in meditation and yoga, it is important that we do not allow any negative emotions to arise within us. Our mind should always generate good intentions. Some people do not know what they are doing. He acts and thinks worldly, so his actions are worldly too. Some people ask if their family members take advantage of them, especially relatives. They might think of them as irrational, leading them to behave in such a manner. If you find it challenging to offer positive thoughts or actions, then at the very least, avoid criticizing others. Simply keep silent and refrain from negativity. Royalty will come and you will live together in great harmony and sweetness, even with those outside the divine family. Instead of looking at others, we will look at ourselves. This is a great effort. We discussed this yesterday evening. A significant effort involves knowledge, yoga, meditation, and service. However, the greatest challenge lies in observing without really seeing and listening without truly hearing. When it happens, our emotions increase. As our emotions rise, we perceive others differently. If they do something wrong, we feel it shouldn't happen, but they are acting accurately according to the drama. Sometimes Srimad breaks, sometimes rules break, sometimes other things. In such situations, what needs to be done is clear to those who follow. Om Shanti. It has been explained to the children that the ancient and eternal deity religion of Bharat is rooted in the scripture, the Gita. Nobody truly knows who narrated the Gita. These discussions are about spiritual knowledge and not about our festivals like Holi, which belong to the path of devotion. Holi isn't our festival, it's a devotional festival. Only Trimurti Shiv Jayanti is ours. The true festival is Trimurti Shiv Jayanti. What is Trimurti Shiv Jayanti? What is Trimurti Shiv Jayanti's full name? We are in an era of profound spiritual transformation. What is the full name of Trimurti Shiv Jayanti? It can be encapsulated in a single word. The true essence of Trimurti Shiv Jayanti. We should never refer to it as just Shiv Jayanti. If we don't mention Trimurti, people won't grasp the full significance. Simply saying Shiv Jayanti hasn't helped them understand so far. By including Trimurti, they will comprehend its true meaning. What does Trimurti signify? Like the Trimurti picture. It is written below that divine sovereignty is your birthright. Shiv Baba, who is the Supreme Father, undoubtedly descends to make you the ruler of heaven. By mastering Raj Yoga, you achieve the status of the master of heaven. By mastering Raj Yoga, you attain the status of a ruler of heaven. The images contain a wealth of spiritual knowledge. These images should be crafted in a way that fills viewers with awe. Your contemplation should be so profound that it leaves people astonished. How is this possible? Those who have devoted a lot will grasp the knowledge well. Those who have sincerely devoted themselves will gain profound spiritual wisdom. This could be our first topic for today. If you have some free time today, you can take a moment to contemplate this, even if you are expecting guests and have various tasks to handle. They will grasp the knowledge very well. So what does it mean to grasp the knowledge very well? What does it mean to absorb knowledge well? Those who do less devotion will gain less knowledge and have a lower status. Even among the servants there are ranks. Even among the devotees there are different ranks, isn't it? Have you heard? What do you know about the servants? Do you? Do you know anything? Baba said it in the Murlis about the servants. Do you know which servants will be inside the palaces, ranked accordingly? Who knows? Tell me. Baba has said it. It is said. Who knows? Who will serve in the palaces? Of bees, summer fasting. You are well aware of these internal matters. Baba has mentioned that just as we reside here in Madhuban, there are certain things you need to understand. So, when we talk about Madhuban, it symbolizes devotion, particularly in a physical sense. This is something we understand well. Baba has explained that those who are internally dedicated should remain within the palaces there too. Without putting in the effort and striving, they will not be able to attain a higher status. So here, we have both the dedicated sisters and brothers present. I urge everyone not to misunderstand this, but to contemplate on what my responsibilities are while being here. Whether I am within or outside, I am the soul that leads the kingdom. I am the soul that runs the capital, fulfilling my duties. You are residing in God's home and receiving sustenance directly from Him. Yet there is neither a clear goal, nor any study, nor a sense of duty. You are simply existing without any direction. From time to time, we have heard some of our dedicated brothers and sisters mention that our sister believes only those who are completely devoted will become kings. However, there is no such definition or concept in our teachings. From one perspective, if I were to express what it means to be dedicated, achieving that status through dedication is tougher. Outsiders have many chances. Listen to today's Murli. In the end, it is very lovely, very lovely. especially for those who are not outwardly dedicated. For those who are truly devoted, there are responsibilities to uphold. They have specific roles to execute and must follow strict principles. The expectations for the dedicated are set very high. As a dedicated member, whenever I visit any of our centers, there is a simple brother who lives outside, a Kumar, and when I go, he values it so much. Everyone values it, saying, "Brother, please step into our home." Not just me, but anyone. So, he is not respecting me. He is respecting the yagya for which I have dedicated my life. And the truth is something else. Here, I reached with the label of a Madhuban resident, received all the honor and garlands, but while living in Madhuban, I did not fulfill my duty. Jagdish Bhai Ji used to say, "Do it one way or another, but you will have to do it." God's respect is based on your actions, and if you are not performing accordingly, you will have to face the consequences somewhere, somehow. So Baba says that even among the servants there are ranks. It all depends on your study. Very few among you can speak skillfully and effectively. Speaking means explaining. Although these topics are generally related to psychology, let me explain them to you. Whenever we conduct a course, we should focus directly on understanding the soul and the Supreme Soul. Just as your Father brings you happiness and comfort, the Supreme Soul also grants you joy. If you seek peace and tranquility, you will undoubtedly feel it here. Brothers and sisters, let's set purity aside. This is the first day's course. We'll cover other days later. You enjoy consuming pure food, leading a healthy lifestyle, and embracing positive thinking. Compared to the whole community, how do you feel in this particular environment? You feel very good, isn't it? So when they consistently receive 5 to 6 affirmative responses in a row, and then you proceed to ask them if they are prepared to make a payment for it, it is highly likely that most of the time they will agree to do so. It is taught in sales. First, make them understand the value of the product, then they will buy it. Otherwise, when the typical salesmen show up at your door, some brothers might say, "Mother, we have this fabric and it's very affordable." You respond, "No, I don't need it," because you are aware they often sell counterfeit goods. However, if they possess the right technique, children who exhibit good qualities will engage in praiseworthy actions. Their virtues should be exemplary. The more they remember the Father, the more they will attain purity and develop a sense of dignity. Recently, we had a few young men, about 3 or 4, visit us. I had told you that they came for 4 days, but one day was spent sightseeing, another day was spent showing the new brother around, and one day was spent adjusting. So how could I conduct their class? I explained to them properly. So on the third day, they became very serious about meeting Baba the next day. One individual dedicated an hour, while a brother who had been in knowledge for a year and a half devoted 6.5 hours. One brother had been in knowledge for a longer time and he did 10 hours. And in their own words, it was only after arriving in Madhuban today that they felt they had truly achieved something. We are not here just to tell souls the value of their lives by prescribing specific amounts of yoga or meditation. That's not our approach. Explain to them the value of their life and how important it is to do all this. The more you remember the Father, the more purity and royalty you will gain. Sometimes even the conduct of the Shudras is commendable, but here, the behavior of the Brahmins is often questionable. This makes people wonder if God is really their teacher. No one should say such things, because if it concerns God's respect, then it's not just a matter of punishment for you. We must reflect on the fact that God, who descended to earth like a father, was sent by the Father who imparted wisdom to us. Yet often our behavior and words outside the center do not align with this divine guidance. Always be extremely mindful of your conduct. Our centers are typically situated within local communities, often in residential areas, or in places where the surrounding residents may not be very supportive. This is frequently due to the increased activity or other various reasons. However, if you are extremely mindful after leaving your center, ensuring that your voice remains low and that your vehicles are parked in a very systematic manner so as not to cause any inconvenience to others, and if someone new comes by, you should make sure to show them the utmost respect and consideration. Respectfully bowing your head and doing what you can is very important, because even today there are many misconceptions about the Brahma Kumaris, similar to the misunderstandings that existed in the past about the Shudras. Their conduct is very good, and the conduct of the Brahmins here is so exemplary that people even say, "Are these people taught by God?" Our teacher sisters are present here. It is essential that the sound from one room does not travel to another. Dadiji emphasized that teacher sisters should ensure the sound remains within their own room. There's a distinction between shouting and simply calling out. Amit Bhai is in that room, so please don't speak so loudly. The neighbor might come over. Yes, Didi. Get up, Amit Bhaiya. Some service has come. The sound from one room should not reach another. Those who are dedicated remain so even at home. Obi. Therefore, if the mother at home repeatedly calls out to Chintu, saying Chintu, 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 not just once but 3 times, it can cause even the neighbors to become quite scared and alarmed. Because when we do something, it leads to deep silence despite the noise. So children should not have such habits. Arguments, disputes, and anger. Raising your voice, reprimanding. It feels strange. Speak with criticism. Speak with domination. Speak with demotivation. For the mothers attending the Gita Pathshala and the dedicated sisters here, there are times when some do not attend for 8 to 10 days. There are even those who prefer to listen to the Murli at home. What could be the reason for this? Instead of making sarcastic remarks, first understand their circumstances. What was the problem? Talk about it. Sit down, counsel them. If they made a mistake, help them understand how valuable this time is, dear mother. But making sarcastic remarks in the Murli is disrespecting this divine Murli from God, because Baba, stay very sweet and composed. What you do, you will receive. If you do not do it, you will not receive it. This is the time. I keep telling you repeatedly, this is a unique time when With minimal effort, you can achieve significant progress, requiring very little hard work and effort. By putting in a lot of heartfelt effort, you can advance rapidly. Be mindful of your emotions, particularly for those who lack any sense of feeling, whether it concerns the yagya, yourself, or your family. It is still important to extend good wishes and positive thoughts towards them. Feelings are the backbone of effort. As long as feelings are alive, your effort will remain upright and strong. No matter how fast you run, if you walk with a bowed head, you won't see the goal ahead. Baba explains very well. First, keep introducing the unlimited Baba. The Trimurti picture is very good. Heaven and hell are on both sides. The globes are clear. You can explain to people of any religion using this globe illustration. The religion that was once the highest and the most prosperous has now become the poorest. Those who were the first and foremost should have been the most numerous, but many Hindus have converted to other religions. Due to not knowing their own religion, they have moved to other religions. They do not even comprehend their own religion properly. They constantly call upon God for peace, yet they fail to understand the true essence of peace. They keep awarding each other for peace, but you children have been entrusted by the Father to establish true world peace. All around the world, various events are unfolding, and some individuals are even awarding peace honors, such as the Nobel Peace Prize. However, Baba reminds us that to achieve genuine peace, we need to understand its true nature, which includes absolute joy and complete satisfaction. May all souls be happy, may they be completely happy. For that, you are given the prize of the world, the prize of the kings of the world. This prize is awarded based on the level of one's efforts. The giver of this prize is God, and the magnitude of the prize is comparable to the dominion of the Sun dynasty over the entire world. The Sun dynasty rules the world. Someone asked if we are striving to be number one. Baba said we will go to the supreme abode based on our efforts. Baba will take us there with great care. But how will we go based on our number? When you attain your absolute purity, we will all be united with God. What does it mean for all of us to go with God? Yes. When the time of destruction commences, we will not face such situations. Just yesterday, Suik Mataji suggested that during our meditation, we should ask Baba to avert the violence that is expected to occur among people. Drop a bomb directly and everything will be over. I mentioned that this situation will not affect us. It will be for those who have created their own accounts. By staying in my yoga practice, I will clear all my accounts, whether it is with nature or with others. When you meditate on Shiva Baba, you will experience great joy. Baba says the reward is immense. It is the rule of the Sun dynasty over the world. The sovereignty of the world is now in your intellect. It includes all the world's history, geography, and other details. To attain world sovereignty, some effort is needed. To achieve global leadership, it is essential to put in some effort. What kind of efforts are necessary for this achievement? There are many simple practical actions that anyone can undertake. What are these straightforward practical steps? Everyone, including those watching on YouTube, share your thoughts. Each practical point is small. With them, you can easily gain world sovereignty. Think a little beyond this. Remaining quiet, offering solace, and nurturing the self are perfectly acceptable. However, take some time to reflect on self awareness and minor practical behaviors. Cultivating a humble and modest character. How will becoming sensible lead to world peace? Make a little connection. When we strive to bring happiness to others, we accumulate blessings. The more happiness we spread, the more blessings we receive. As our blessings increase, our yoga practice strengthens. With a stronger yoga practice, we can achieve world peace and establish it within ourselves more swiftly. As I said yesterday, if we combine knowledge, yoga, meditation, and service into one word, what would it be? Peace. True happiness comes from taking small steps. I need to move forward. I need to grow spiritually. I need to do what you have guided me to do. Even the smallest efforts that anyone can undertake do not necessarily require practicing yoga. You can simply sit peacefully, but it is important to keep gathering all the necessary elements for yoga throughout the day. Let my thoughts follow their own path. Blessings flow from everyone. Even the smallest task should be done with such love and devotion that people can see it has been done by a yogi. Forgive. Forgiveness is a significant virtue and is crucial for practicing yoga. Because in the practice of yoga, the most crucial aspect, it is those unresolved feelings of resentment that hinder our meditation the most. Release and move forward. The point is very simple. Complete the tasks given by the teacher. The father observes who has full knowledge. Some children do not pay attention to the Murli. They do not read the Murli regularly. How can those who do not read the Murli help anyone? What does it mean? Understanding. Today in the Murli, Baba mentioned what I need to do and how. Did everyone complete their homework and write their names? Write the names. When we check again, the first name signifies Shiva and the second name derives its meaning from the first. They are sending anything written. Is Shiva Yugala even a name? First of all, Shiva was a companion, yes, that name was appropriate. There were also some other names, some amusing ones. I will send them to you, but I cannot recall them right now. They were quite humorous. The name should have a meaning, shouldn't it? So the matter regarding Shiv Madhuban is acceptable in a way, but it is important to feel that the name is suitable. Yes, it's all right to call it Shiv Sangani. That part might not have been documented. The sisters had a greater likelihood of winning. Their names appeared more frequently. But the brothers' names were fewer, still. So many names written. I am 25, 40, 100, 250, 108. Great, now listen, here's what you all need to do. If anyone asks for a name, provide them with this unique name. You should give everyone a completely unique name, isn't it? We had inquired from a brother in Madhuban about a suitable name for a member of our family, and we had suggested the name Yagya. So its name is Yagya. All right. Those who don't read the Murli, how do they find salvation? Yesterday, someone shared that while writing the name, it felt like Baba was giving it to them. Baba is giving me a name. How wonderful this era was. I was thinking and writing. Hours passed without me noticing. I was also writing. I wrote about 50 to 60. Many children do not bring any benefit, neither to themselves nor to others. They are called horse riders or pawns. Only a few are great warriors. You can understand who they are. You recognize who the exceptional warriors are. Baba mentions names like Gulzar, Kumar, and Manohar, and perhaps your name could be included as well. Take a moment to ponder over this. It's not merely about meditation, keep that in mind. It's also about making an effort to weave these words into your being. Avoid sharing this with others, as they might misunderstand and think you are altering the Murli. Resolve in your mind, Baba, I can also come. I can explain well. Baba, I can do good yoga. Baba, I can create good vibrations. Yesterday, 3 brothers went. They came from Gujarat. One could see the confidence shining through. So souls just want to share a bit of lightness, to send that, because they themselves are riders on horses. They are skilled warriors. The father understands all the children very well. Sometimes even the most devoted children are influenced by Maya. When the storm of Maya comes, they become weak and vulnerable, suddenly hopeless. Suddenly, it feels like I can't do anything right. Baba often reminds us that when we are making good progress, past karmic imprints can unexpectedly surface and create obstacles. It's not your fault, and you shouldn't feel discouraged. You were doing very well, but then you missed Amrit Vela for 3 days in a row. It wasn't your fault, it just happened and you got worried. No problem, stand up again. You shouldn't miss it, but if you do, just confess to Baba at night and then stand up again. Baba is aware of everyone's service even when our attention isn't fully on it. Those who keep Baba informed about all their activities and progress will continue to serve with dedication. This is truly a wonderful blessing for them. Providing Baba with a thorough report means giving a complete chart. Therefore, those who consistently share their detailed reports with Baba will continue their service. Such a magnificent blessing this is. Write down the points in the chart. You children know and note the date that today Shiva Baba is speaking. Note the date. You children know that the Lord of the Gita is making us the masters of Vishnu. There are many who recite the Gita and earn thousands of rupees. You belong to the Brahmin clan. Nowadays, narrators charge very high fees for their services. They demand an excessive amount, which is quite substantial. Everything has become a business and people are so emotional. Here, if you immerse yourself in devotion and truly observe, you will see tears in their eyes, not just devotion, but look at the emotion. Abhishekam temple. You are aware, aren't you? The Shiram temple has been constructed. This contract, which is quite extensive, amounts to 400 crore rupees. It's only for the hero. Here, some merchants from Gujarat sent a garland for the neck. It could be worth 800 or 1200 crore. Traders sent it too. There were 60 tons of gold. Those gates are adorned with pure gold. You know these details. 60 tons. Then I will check again today. I heard this. Today's story is about this, and now let us see what will happen next. This is why India hasn't reached its highest potential. By relying only on emotions, how can we progress? And those who have taken advantage of others are now left begging. All those and those who have the spirit of giving, because a person does not become great by taking but by giving. Giving makes one rich, and that spirit is still within us today. No money is left. Announcements are being made. Brothers, stop sending it. Where should we keep it? Someone has gone ahead and sent an additional 60 tons along with it. I move ahead. This is India, today's India. We say India is poor, but Baba says you are the Brahmin clan. You will become the deity clan. You call yourselves God's children, yet you say we are all God. People say whatever comes to their mind in devotion. Look at the condition of humans. Observe the intensity of emotions today and consider what these emotions are manifesting. Our emotions are purpose-driven. Is there anything we cannot create? Yet we often find ourselves distressed over trivial matters. Baba keeps it a secret from us. If we were shown today how much change our thoughts are bringing to the world, if 1 hour of your yoga brings so much change, we might not handle it. We need strength to manage that power, so Baba will reveal it in the end. This world is currently in the Iron Age and impure. This can be understood well through this picture. And the simple way to do it is to keep connecting with Baba every night. The soul is already engaged, and the true Father then makes it true again. The Father makes you the master of heaven by adopting divine qualities. You children know that we are becoming as virtuous as Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan. This is what God is saying. You children, I am talking to you personally. Do you understand? Are you grasping that I am talking to you directly? Or do you think the Murli is for everyone? And I do not compare you with anyone? You are becoming as virtuous as Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan, not just the rulers of the Surya dynasty, because I am clear in my concept that I will not leave you until I have made you like that. Keep your resolve clear, my children. Do we have any demonic qualities within us? While walking, Maya's slap feels so strong that it makes us fall completely. So, what is the way to check ourselves? After finishing, close your eyes and with a lot of love ask Baba if there is any mistake or any thought that I haven't shared. Try it and see how clear your checking becomes. I had explained this a long time ago, and now I've revised it for you again. Give the complete chart, close your eyes, and with great love, ask Baba if there is any mistake or any thought that you need to keep in mind to avoid. Then just sit quietly and calmly. For you, this knowledge and wisdom are sacred and enduring. Many people celebrate Holi and Duriya without truly understanding their deeper meaning. In reality, it is the wisdom and knowledge that elevate your spirit. Knowledge of Holi. We need to give our attention to what truly matters and bring forward the valuable lessons from the past while letting go of what no longer serves us. We should distance ourselves from fleeting desires, much like the elusive deer, and take control of our mind, ensuring it does not control us. This is the wisdom that has been imparted to us from the beginning. When you apply this, you will understand the science. Science shows the signs of the union of sanskars, not happiness. The power of yoga. By elevating yourself, what do? You cover yourself with dust, because this is the state of being, dust meaning, which is their own. Gulal is like dust. The task of creating a new world and ending the old one is ongoing. Maya can deeply infiltrate you, God's children, causing you to fall into a profound pit, and it becomes extremely challenging to climb out. In such situations, blessings alone won't suffice. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself. We wanted to see when the opposing force would strike when I put my face forward. How do I look? Listen. Respect me. Honor me. Maintain secrecy. Have you ever observed a boxer? Notice how they always shield their face, constantly moving like this, like this, like this. So if you protect your face, you won't get hit. Well, once you fall into the depths, it's very difficult to come out. In such cases, blessings and other things don't matter. So should you not play holy? Playing holy is one thing, but Baba says this festival is not for you. Celebrating in the manner that worldly people do is not meant for you. Even if your family members or neighbors do not understand this, or perhaps they are observing whether you adhere to these practices during festivals. Even if you put a small mark on your forehead or they apply a bit of color on you, it doesn't make much of a difference. However, if you immerse yourself in worldly affairs, it becomes a significant issue. But the music started and you were the only one visible. You may not be aware, so turn your attention to those matters. There is nothing wrong with celebrating. Baba also celebrated. But look at how Baba celebrated. In the past, Baba was filled with joy. When Baba met everyone, they played holy together. Not everyone is a wise yogi. Some prefer to engage in other activities. When I go to the kitchen, I feel inclined to follow Baba's teachings. However, once I'm there, people often invite me to dance and I end up dancing with them. It's all right. So, there is no talk of blessings here. It can become difficult. That's why you need to be very cautious. Be very cautious in boxing. To avoid Maya's attacks, never get caught in body consciousness. Always remain alert, all brothers. This is also learned through effort. If you make good effort, you benefit yourself. Whatever anyone is doing, they are doing it for themselves. But it is Baba's wish that you understand this. So you do it for Baba. I believe this is a very important statement. And it is essential for you all to always remember that those who are deserving will never miss out on anything. In one way or another, someone will act as an instrument and come to you. You will notice that in your village, your home, or your community, the presence of Shiv Baba is abundantly felt. It is nothing short of a miracle, but because you made yourself deserving on the path of devotion, God Himself reached out to you. Now, In order to make yourself worthy of world sovereignty, Baba will provide you with everything that will guide you to that ultimate goal. Just focus on your studies and keep progressing, all right? Mom will make the food, you just study. Focus on your studies. Mom, I will grind the flour. Mom, I will do the work. Just focus on your own tasks. So they teach us what our welfare is so that we can take care of our own welfare. Today is Holi, and they keep narrating the knowledge of Holi. Knowledge and science are referred to as education. Nobody knows what science really is. What exactly is science? No one really knows. This morning, as I was reading the Murli, I realized that if you reverse the word Gyan, it becomes Nagi. There are certain things that stand in opposition to knowledge and are beyond comprehension, which can only be grasped through unwavering faith. And which are entirely dependent on the unwavering faith and conviction of the individual. So that knowledge, which we refer to as science, in contrast to spiritual knowledge, this is called doubt. The intellectuals often doubt. So this is not the reality. I am just deriving a meaning based on contemplation. That too much logic doesn't work. My experience and my feelings, my faith works. Science transcends even the realm of knowledge. Here you gain wisdom that brings you rewards. Science surpasses even knowledge. Science as well as yoga, the supreme abode, the subtle region, powers, treasures. There is information, there is knowledge, there is science. I practice it. Here you receive the knowledge that leads to your destiny. Those who pursue peace here often become weary and seek tranquility. You now understand the cycle in your mind. We will ascend to heaven, experience 84 births, and then descend into hell. No one can escape from this. Some ask why this drama was created in the first place. Well, it is the play of the new world and the old world. Some ask why this drama was created, but it is the play of the old world. The new and old have always existed. It is good to explain this. First, remember the Father and become pure. As time goes on, it will be clear who belongs to this lineage. Those who converted to other religions will also emerge. In the future, it will become clear who does not belong to this school, and they will leave. Pay very close attention to this matter, as it presents an excellent opportunity for many individuals. As the yagya expands and grows, it is inevitable that numerous challenges will arise. In the midst of these challenges, Baba, they do it in such a way, they should do it like this, they should do it like that. There are so many things going on, right? No one should do anything. Tell me what I should do. What should I do? As I mentioned, Kumar Bhai asked about the center. If you are having problems at the center, stay at home and visit once a week. Go there, listen to the Murli, and promptly return afterward. If deity gives you any service to do, complete it without engaging in conversation. When you delve into the matters, simply close your eyes and follow deity's instructions, imagining that it is God's guidance. Shiv Baba says, drop any disturbing service. First, focus on your own state. If God has placed you here, He has a reason. Don't overthink. Focus on yourself. This is my self-check. During exams, when we didn't know an answer, we would tell the teacher, "Madam, this isn't in the syllabus." In the exam hall, the teacher would say, "Come here, come here." "I don't have a problem. I'm explaining Madam's issue. It's not Madam's fault. You haven't studied. The paper is right. This is how it should be done." As we move forward, it will become clear. We will see which schools have converted to other religions. Just remember one thing. Hold on tight and do not let go of the boat. Now is a great time. When everyone gathers now, people will be astonished. You should tell everyone to abandon their ego and embrace humility. For you, this learning process is like a grand festival that brings immense benefits. Just look at the celebrations. Consider how, during Diwali and other festivities, some individuals are fully engaged in the celebrations, while others, like the shopkeepers in your vicinity, are covered in colored powder but remain focused on selling it. True celebration lies in what you earn. My earnings are happening. If you wish, you can apply the color or simply take a packet and go. So your studies are what truly uplift you and help you earn spiritual wealth. Back in the days of Sakar Baba, Mother Dadi approached Baba saying, "Baba, tomorrow is Holi. How should we celebrate it?" Baba joyfully responded, "Oh, wonderful dear child. Tomorrow is Holi. We will have a grand celebration. What should our plan be?" Baba then suggested, "Let's form 3 groups, and each group will engage in an 8-hour bhati." The program for the 8-hour bhati was decided. Hansa Mataji is in Mumbai, and she is experiencing this firsthand. It might be related to how much income you earn, how much money people squander on celebrating these festivals, and the conflicts that arise. In the Panchayati Raj, there are numerous disputes and strained relationships. There are many examples like this. Children know that there is no disturbance in the golden age. In Ravana's kingdom, there are many disturbances. Today, look at all the disturbances in the countries with the most problems. Here, it is important for us to uphold our principles above everything else and ensure that we do not become rigid in our approach. I am pure, they are not pure, so I should avoid associating closely with them. Our neighbor is Pakistan, and there are some issues there. The people there, almost 98%, are the same, but there is so much jealousy filled within them towards each other. It never lets them rise. Hatred. Hatred spreads among people. The mind does not develop. Without it, no inventions occur. In the 1940s, Karachi and Lahore, one of the biggest industrial areas. In this India, Shiv Baba advises, if you have the means, go and explore the world. They used to say that the richest place was Sindh, and then there is no need to ask further because everyone knows about Sindh. Even now, there is conflict due to differing opinions. That is why Baba advises us to forget this old world, become solitary and remember the home. In many large countries, there is widespread chaos. What is causing all this turmoil? They made efforts to undermine others, tried to elevate themselves using others' wealth, and now, how are they falling apart? So this is not a system, it is all here. The Father keeps explaining that you should detach yourself from this old world. Remember your home, your abode of peace. Avoid talking too much with others. Excessive talking can cause significant harm. It is wonderful to speak with sweetness and love, but it is even better to avoid excessive talking. The most beneficial state is one of peace. You, dear children, achieve success by maintaining inner tranquility. Your love should be directed solely towards the one Father and no one else. Take as much property from the Father as you want. Take as much from the Father as you want. There are many disputes over a worldly father's property. Here, there is no such quarrel. You can take as much as you want through your studies. In the case of a worldly father's education, there are many disputes. You all must have read that it is not appropriate to quarrel over property in the present time. It is very important for us to safeguard our thoughts, and even if by some chance we experience a minor setback or loss. Hodbot means that this is completely unjust. So obviously you should take a stand, but you're not losing anything. 100 million rupees property, selling for 50 rupees each. But they took it along with them. You have enough, that's fine, let it be, it doesn't matter. Surrender to Baba and move forward. If they took a 100 rupee item for 90 and it affects your survival, you can take a stand, but don't fight or argue over it. Baba said don't engage in transactions, otherwise you will forget. So much conflict arises, so much bickering, but here in God's study there is no bickering. Study day and night, take as much as you want. You can benefit from your studies. All right, lovely children adorned with virtues, mother and father, Baba Dada, send their love and good morning. Spiritual greetings from the spiritual father to the spiritual children. Good morning and namaste. We should refrain from talking too much and move through the day with kindness, peace, and love. Since today is a festival, it is important to maintain as much silence as possible and keep our conversations to a minimum. Focus completely on the Murli, and everyone should thoroughly review it today. Write down 10 such great sentences that resonate with me. You must have already noted one. Read it again, and as part of your practical homework, write down 10 such great sentences that resonate with me. Send them written to everyone. Read the Murli every day. Work for the welfare of yourself and others. All right, today Baba says the teacher's tasks. So it's not the teacher speaking. It's Baba saying to focus on the Murli. The teacher gives tasks. Bring the meaning of blessing into your life. This will speed up your efforts. Be a diligent effort maker. Understand that holy means letting go of what has passed. Past events should feel as if they belong to a distant past life. When you achieve this mindset, your efforts will accelerate. Hence, avoid dwelling on past occurrences, whether they are your own or others. Do not let them occupy your mind, and refrain from discussing them. Understood? Do not keep it in your mind. You should not bring up past events and dwell on what others have done to you. It really does not make any difference. It doesn't matter, and you shouldn't keep it on your mind. If that person comes before you tomorrow, your tone of Om Shanti changes. Auntie is coming, so we greet her with Om Shanti, Auntie. And when she arrives, make sure not to change your tone while saying Om Shanti. it becomes quite apparent that our Om Shanti is a bit less sour and less sweet. Okay, you shouldn't keep it on the picture and you should never describe it. You know, that Sharma auntie. Now this is my issue, but because I want to take revenge, I defame them in front of others. I have seen many people die while making efforts here. Just because of jealousy, or just because of competition, or just because who knows what comes to mind, they keep talking about others here and there, even though you have never had any conversation with them, nor do you understand them, but you have formed an impression. And because of that, today they only focus solely on your efforts, as true service cannot be accomplished without meditation. Never think about others' past events. Do not hold them in your mind. Never talk about them. Only then can you become a true effort maker. The slogan is that love is the means for easy remembrance. Therefore, always remain loving and become love itself. Remember easily by becoming love. Be loving in your efforts, loving in your yoga, loving in your virtues, and loving in your disciplines. It is not from our entities. You might think that if we didn't have our NT, some people would have a few minor issues, like a small account here or there. Those who create obstacles, those who cause interruptions, or those who have misunderstandings, it's okay. No problem. All right. This is an extremely important Murli given by Mamaji. So I urge you to listen very carefully to the precious and profound sayings of Mateshwariji. It involves the singing of the hidden and bound gopis, and the song was about loving someone without having seen them and remembering them while sitting comfortably at home. Mamaji says this is a unique game of the cycle. We love without seeing. The world doesn't understand the previous lessons. They are repeating exactly. That gopi hasn't left her household, but she is settling her karmic accounts through remembrance. Although she does not have honey to make, she remains in remembrance and settles her karmic accounts, singing and dancing in joy. So in reality, it is not about leaving home. One can stay at home, remain in that happiness without seeing, and do service. Stay in that happiness and serve. On Raksha Bandhan, we had to send a Rakhi to Baba. There were many tasks at home. I quickly ran to the post office. He told me the cost. I said to send it. He said to send it quickly, so I paid extra. With so many, there were several obstacles in the way, so Baba carefully picked them up. Baba didn't see any name on it, so he said that it belongs to my secret gopi child. Gradually, through the practice of yoga, she freed herself from her bonds. When she returned after a year or two, without any name or recognition, Baba pondered, "Has my secret gopi child recognized me?" Baba's first words were, "My secret gopi child has come." So Dadi said that on that day I surrendered myself to Baba. Baba is aware, and we know too, Lord, or you understand the depth of our love for you. Other matters are insignificant. This is a life of elevation. Stay happy at home without seeing. Do service. What kind of service? Be pure and make others pure. You have received the third eye. The secret of the seed and tree is in your vision. So this life is blessed. Don't think about all those things. This life is blessed. Through this knowledge, you are creating good fortune for 21 births. If anything is illogical or against the divine family's dignity, you cannot do service. This is your loss. Okay, you are not doing anything wrong, so take your stand. Don't fight, find a strategy. You can find a solution, brother. The world isn't afraid of doing wrong, but I am doing the right thing. Tell me what is wrong. If you say this is wrong, I won't do it. But first, check why you are going by what people say and hear. Many people think that the Brahma Kumaris come to disrupt families, but this is not true. The goal is to stay pure at home and to engage in service. We have a mother who brought her couple here, and today they are doing very well. She mentioned that if she found anything amiss, she wouldn't return. However, after visiting, observing everything, and meeting everyone, she felt content and gained clarity. What is the work of people? What do people oppose? What they cannot do? One brother is making a lot of money, but what use is it? Money is like dirt on your hands. The stomach only needs 2 pieces of bread. What good is all this education if you can't earn money? You still only need 2 meals to eat. Not like this. There is no difficulty in this. Become pure to enter the pure world. What will you do with so much knowledge? Everyone must walk together. The drama is fixed. Those who cannot will be left behind. Those who do not move forward will revisit old conflicts. This is not anyone's fault. We understand the work of the Supreme Soul. We also recognize each person's role in this cosmic play. Therefore, there is no room for hatred. Do not harbor hatred. Emphasize the dedication of those gopis who put in sincere efforts. Such dedicated gopis can also attain a place in the garland of victory. Om Shanti. So what should we do? We must not hold grudges. This person criticizes me. That person finds faults with me. We should not harbor any resentment, but instead show love and support. Through the practice of yoga, you can free yourself from the bonds of your actions and become part of the garland of victory. Today's Murli emphasizes how crucial this is for those who find it challenging to put in much effort. All right, Om Shanti. Warm greetings and best wishes to everyone for Holi. Make the most of it. You won't get any free time. Everyone will be at home. So as much as possible, today Baba said. For today's practical exercise, you need to review the Murli once more and carefully extract 10 key points from it, identifying the main messages that Baba has shared specifically for you today. First, second, to everyone. Today Baba has said that we must maintain silence. If we speak less, we will naturally keep more silence. Additionally, since it is festival time, it is understood that you should, even though you will have limited time, it is crucial to maintain a deep sense of silence and fully engage in your yoga practice. Additionally, the third significant task is the written homework, which has already been thoroughly explained to you. All right, Om Shanti.